All right, ladies and gentlemen of the imagination, joining us here for this Imagine Wrestling Live from the Dojo main event is your current Central Pennsylvania champion, the low-life James Ross. James, what are your thoughts about this #1 contenders match? You're going to face the winner.
Well, between a masked loser and Super Mario, I'm liking my chances either way.
All right.
I figured it was a good idea to come out here considering one of these guys is going to be competition here next month.
That's absolutely true.
It's an absolute honor to have the lowlife join us here on commentary, one of the most well-spoken superstars here at Imagine Wrestling, if I say so myself, and unfortunately followed closely by Magnus Knox.
That's right. He got his work cut out for him. Either competitor that wins, whether it be Gregory or Magnus Knox, you've got a full plate, lowlife.
I tend to have full plates whenever it comes to Imagine Wrestling around here. I don't like having an empty schedule. And I don't like having an empty ring. I like challenges. I like people coming after this championship so that I can be a fighting champion and defend it tooth and nail.
Side headlock into a side headlock takeover by Gorgeous Gregory. Magnus Knox, the AAU stud, typically known for out-wrestling his competitors, getting out-wrestled himself here this evening.
Yeah, and by a plumber no less. Gorgeous Gregory here is Super Mario, really working over Magnus Knox. Let him grinding that ear on that headlock.
I'm hoping to see some TL Hopper style maneuvers in there from Gorgeous Gregory, really honoring the plumber.
Hey.
Oh, there's a couple Super Mario leaps.
Oh! What an arm drag. And I'll tell you what, conspicuous by his absence here this evening is Direwolf, whom you faced just a few days ago in DuBois.
True that, true that. Well, I didn't face him. We came out and worked together to stop the special attraction from what they were doing.
That's what it was.
But it is interesting that he's not here tonight, considering he has been making such big strides towards improvement here in Imagine Wrestling.
Tell you what now, waistlock being applied by Magnus Knox, he is going to get billed over onto his back.
Beautiful work of that double wrist lock there. Floats it right over into a top wrist lock. Magnus Knox wisely getting the shoulders off the mat.
I got to ask you, lowlife, if you had your preference to face one of these two men, which one would you choose?
That's kind of difficult because I've faced both of these guys before, and they're both very challenging competitors. They're both very well experienced in the ring and very well-rounded competitors. However, I would personally prefer to face Gorgeous Gregory just because I feel like we have more in common, more morals that sort of line up, which I know me using the word morals is a little bit funny, but I just don't like how Magnus Knox does things.
Ooh, there's a side headlock takeover by Magnus Knox. I'll tell you what, both of these men showing their skill and mat IQ today.
You talk about being well-rounded. Your referee's just rounded. His name's John Williams, right in there, making sure the shoulders are up. That's no choke. Great officiating here as always.
That's right. John Williams took off his Sarah Jessica Parker mask.
You think John Williams used the long nose in that mask to try to suck the filling out of pies?
Yeah.
Big shoulder tackle.
The size and strength advantage obviously going to Gorgeous Gregory. James, I got to ask you, how do you contend with that level of strength should you get your wish and have to face Gorgeous Gregory?
Well, it's not the strength I hope to contend with. It's more so the intelligence. I've always prided myself on my ring IQ, and that's how I'm able to win matches. I'm able to outthink my opponent rather than out-strengthen them or outspeed them.
Oklahoma roll now by Gorgeous Gregory.
Yeah, speaking of winning matches here, Gregory really putting Magnus Knox through a series of pins.
Gregory obviously in a three-way matchup this past Saturday. His competitors, all that Braden Elliott, the current Imagine Heavyweight Champion, and Cowpoke Paul, in which case he was not able to come up victorious. All that Braden Elliott retaining on Saturday. And a waist lock now being applied by Magnus Knox.
Tight back elbow right to the jaw of Magnus Knox.
James, I got to ask you, what do you think of this new edge that Magnus Knox has been showing as of late? He's looking, to be a little bit more defiant and disrespectful lately.
He seems really determined to really make himself a known presence here in the company, which I feel like he's done a pretty decent job so far. I mean, this masked loser nonsense, I don't agree with it. I feel like he's a formidable competitor. I just think that he's a bit of a dork, and that's more so where people discredit him, is who he is as a person rather than who he is as a competitor.
I mean, I think that may be a very accurate and well-thought-out assessment, I gotta tell you. He is very dork-like.
And the worse than being a dork, he doesn't realize he's a dork. This is a dork with a huge ego. I mean, a giant one. He might run his mouth more than even Gorgeous Gregory.
Yeah, maybe he should work in IT. It seems like a lot of guys that are in IT are dorks with huge egos. I don't know if you've ever had one of those tech support guys come up to your office, but they're always full of themselves. Make you feel like an idiot. And now a rear rear chin lock being applied and switching it over. Got a front chancery now. He knows his way around a hold or two. I got to tell you, Jimmy, perfect guy to comment on Magnus Knox's prowess is you. You've been known to throw a hold on or two.
Absolutely. I'm a big fan of that World of Sport style chain wrestling. Magnus Knox really, as of late, has been resorting to big strikes. I mean, just very sharp elbows and forearms from this guy. But no one gets it done. No one has the accolades under their belt in wrestling like Magnus Knox does.
Oh!
Big neck breaker.
Hangman style neck breaker. Very well called there by James Ross.
Let's say Magnus Knox wins this match here this evening. Low Life James Ross, what is your strategy in contention with him?
With Magnus Knox, I'd say it's pretty much the same thing. He's a very experienced, mat technician and grounded wrestler, as Jimmy just mentioned.
Right.
He's been throwing in a lot more striking, so really it's just tape study. It's just watching what he does, learning from what he does, and taking those little mistakes that he has and capitalizing on them. I'm above nothing, as everyone knows, and I'll go as low as I need to in order to contend with either of these guys.
Actually, I think that's the part of the reason you have the adoration and respect of the imagination. They kind of identify with you.
The people around here in central Pennsylvania, my people, we love going low. We love working hard, but sometimes it's a good thing to take a shortcut.
Hey, I don't pretend to go uptown and be anything fancy either. I can get down. You know me, low life. There's a cover, Magnus Knox.
You know, I think if Greg still had that hat on, he might not have been able to kick out. That extra weight would have weighed him down. Magnus, put the hat back on him.
You want to see the hat?
Put the hat back on him.
Right?
Let's see the hat.
That's not
no.
what I meant.
James Ross calling the shots here from the commentary.
That's not what I meant. I lit a fire under him. Look at that.
Gorgeous Gregory fighting up from underneath now.
Did nothing but tick him off. Oh, there's one of them sharp forearms I said about.
Notice how as soon as the hat fell off, Magnus Knox was able to capitalize and shut Greg back down. I feel like a lot of the superpower is coming from that Super Mario hat.
Is it maybe a question of like Samson and Samson's hair?
It very well could
They
be.
cut Samson's hair, he loses strength. Drop off the old pinch brim cap off the head of Gorgeous Gregory, he loses his.
Perhaps if I had a magic mushroom in my pocket, I would pass it off to Super Mario right now as Magnus Knox just grinds him on the mat.
Well, don't leave your boy out here. I tell you what, you both, Jimmy the High Flying Hippie and Low Life, you guys have had your hands full with this special attraction as of late. These guys have been relentless, thorns in both of your sides.
Yeah, we're going to address that, like I said, on November 8th, that special tag team match. In addition to that, on our November 8th event, there's also going to be the first time ever the cage match, so get your tickets. Matches are already being signed. That's just 2 weeks away. Get on the website.
Well, Gorgeous Gregory working his way up. He's on the middle rope. He's got a high cross body, and Magnus Knox goes down.
There's that half cab cross body. He got all of it. No cover. Battle worn is Gorgeous Gregory.
And he squashed him right in the middle of the ring. Now Magnus Knox is showing signs of life, rolling towards the middle. But both men are down. John Williams is at 4. What if it's a double countout?
That better not end up in a triple threat again. I can't do a three-way dance again. I mean, I can. I've won every single one that I've been in, actually. But it's more fun to have a one-on-one fair competition, you know?
Yeah, I got to tell you, it's something that definitely has to weigh on you to have two men to have to defeat.
Yeah, as the champion, you don't get any sort of advantages in a three-way dance.
at all.
In fact, it's a disadvantage because you don't even have to be pinned to lose the championship.
Now those educated fists of Gorgeous Gregory going to work on Magnus Knox. Magnus Knox cutting him off.
I will say this, the Low Life has quietly established one of the best records on the Imagine Wrestling roster with some very impressive victories and a very, very long list of matches.
That's
Thank you,
absolutely
thank
right.
you.
Gorgeous Gregory here looking to put away.
That Inseguri has been deadly.
Everything I do in the ring is deadly, and between these two men, they're going to find that out on November 8th.
If they make it, they might kill each other in there right now.
What a war these two men are putting on here tonight.
Putting that
guys.
hat on. He doesn't want to be without hat.
That's what I said. It's the superpower. That's where he's getting all them power-ups from that hat. I think he looks a little taller now that it's on.
What do you think of those bibbed overhauls? You like those?
I think they're going to work for him. I think he should start wearing this regularly. I think it looks better on him. Oh, you better pull a strap down. I want to see an angle slam.
Oh, two big elbows to the jaw
Yeah,
there.
boy, he rattled the jaw.
Oh, right
Gorgeous
back up
Gregory.
there.
Oh, right in his eyes. Fingers deep in his cuticles, just like the old Tom Aspinall fight this past Saturday. And up goes
Gorgeous Gregory still blinded.
Magnus. Knox is in bad position. Oh,
Big
F5.
F5.
Slapping himself in the head. Did not go for a pinfall cover there. Magnus Knox is stirring to life.
It's showtime, sweetheart.
He's got him racked for that DDG. Oh, he
There it is.
nailed it.
Forehead to mat. Look at that contact.
That's got to be it,
One,
guys.
2, 3.
Your winner, Gorgeous Gregory.
All right.
Wow, in impressive fashion.
I got some business to attend
You
to.
sure
here.
do. Hey, wait a second. Where you going?